Welcome to the Nomadic Spaces podcast, where we talk all things interior design, tiny houses, and happy homes. Each week, we explore different interior design strategies, the unique challenges of small spaces, and accessible design solutions to help you create a more beautiful and happier home. Whether you're a fellow tiny house dweller or simply have an interest in interior design, this show has something for you. Hi folks, your host Sarah here. I am a professional interior designer and I run my own business, Suka Interior Design, where I transform spaces all over the country. I'm also a realtor here in Asheville, North Carolina, where I live with my pup Elvis in a vintage travel trailer that I renovated into my tiny dream home. Thank you so much for being here. If you like what you hear, please consider leaving a review, hitting some stars, subscribing, and sharing this show. It's how little shows like this survive. All right, let's get into today's episode.
Hi friends, and welcome back to the Nomadic Spaces podcast. Today's episode, we are going to talk about how much you should invest in an interior design project. Investing in an interior design project can be both exciting and daunting. The amount you should invest really depends on several factors, including the size of the space, the scope of the project, your personal taste, and your budget and goals. This episode will help guide you through key considerations to help you determine the right amount to invest into your interior design. To start, we want to really understand the budget. And there's kind of three parts to understanding the budget. First is to assess your finances. Before diving into any interior design project, it's crucial to assess your financial situation. How much can you comfortably afford to spend? Look at your savings, monthly income, and other financial commitment. It's important to establish a realistic budget that won't cause financial strain. Next is determining the scope of the project. The scope of your interior design project will heavily influence the amount you spend. Are you redesigning a room, multiple rooms, the entire home? Typically, the larger the project, the higher the cost. Clearly define the areas you want to focus on and then prioritize them based on your needs and preferences. Then we want to set clear goals. What do you hope to achieve with the interior design project? Are you looking to increase the value of your home, improve its functionality, increase rental revenue, or simply update the aesthetic? Setting these clear goals will help you allocate your budget more effectively. For instance, if your primary goal is to increase the home value, you might want to invest more in areas like the kitchen and bathrooms, which typically offer the highest return.
Hi friends, I hope you are enjoying this show. Listening to podcasts and reading blogs like this is a great way to gain knowledge, but to really make change, you need to take action. Luckily, taking action doesn't have to be overwhelming, timely, or expensive. My desk refresh guide is a great resource you can download totally free from the link in the show notes. This guide will break down the redesign process into simple, actionable steps with tangible results to transform your space without spending a cent. Now let's get back to the episode.
Now let's talk about some key cost components in interior design. First, maybe the most obvious from an interior designer, is professional fees. Hiring a professional interior designer is often a significant part of the budget. Interior designers can charge in various ways, albeit by the hour, flat fee, or even as a percentage of the total project cost. On average, you might expect to spend between $50 to $200 per hour on designer services, depending on their experience, your location, and the project. Some designers may also charge a flat fee that ranges usually from anywhere from $3,000 to $15,000 or more, depending on the project's complexity and scope. The next cost component we want to talk about is furniture and decor. Furniture and decor are essential elements of any interior design project. The costs can vary widely depending on your taste and the quality of the items you choose. For instance, furnishing a living room can range from a few $1,000s for budget-friendly options to tens of thousands of dollars if you want to go with high-end pieces. It's really essential to balance quality and cost, investing in key pieces that will last a while perhaps opting for more affordable accessories. The next cost component we'll look at is renovations and upgrades. If your project involves renovations or upgrades, such as new flooring or cabinetry or structural changes, these costs can really add up quickly. It's crucial to get detailed quotes from contractors and factor these into the overall budget. Renovations typically account for a significant portion of a project budget, so be sure to plan accordingly. The next cost component we'll talk about is materials and finishes. The choice of materials and finishes also impacts the overall cost. Higher end materials like marble countertops, hardwood floors, or custom cabinetry do come at a premium. However, there are often more affordable alternatives that can offer a similar look and feel. Consider your priorities and decide where it makes sense to splurge and where we can save. Miscellaneous costs. Do not forget to account for miscellaneous costs. This can be anything from lighting, window treatments, rugs, accessories. These little items, while often overlooked, are crucial in tying the room together and can add up quickly. Once we have an understanding of our finances and an idea of the main component costs for the project, we want to now establish a realistic budget. First, we're going to break down the budget. We're going to break down our budget into categories that can help us manage the cost more effectively. For example, you might allocate something like 30% of the budget to furniture, 20% to professional fees, 25% to renovations and upgrades, 15% to materials and finishes, and 10% to miscellaneous costs. This breakdown will vary greatly depending on your specific project, but this serves as an example. Next, be sure to plan for contingencies. It's wise to set aside a contingency fund of usually around 10 to 15% of your total budget. Unexpected expenses are almost inevitable in any interior design project, whether it's a hidden structural issue uncovered during renovation or a piece of furniture that just ends up costing more than anticipated. Having a contingency fund ensures that you're prepared for these surprises without it derailing your whole project. Getting the most from your investment. First, prioritize key areas. Focus your investment on the areas that will have the most significant impact in your goals. For example, the kitchen and bathrooms are often the most used spaces in a home and can greatly influence the overall aesthetic and functionality. Investing in these areas can often provide the highest return, both in terms of personal satisfaction and potential resale value. Balance quality and cost. While it is tempting to go for high-end everything, balancing quality and cost is essential. Invest in high-quality, durable items for the pieces that will see the most use. Typically, sofas, dining tables, beds. For decorative items and accessories, consider more budget-friendly options. This approach allows you to create a luxurious look without overspending. DIY versus professional help. Decide which aspects of the project you can handle yourself and which require professional. Yes, DIY in theory can save you money, but it's really important to be realistic about your skills and the time you can commit. For complex tasks like electrical work, plumbing, or major renovations, it's always best to hire professionals to ensure the job is done safely. Shop smart. Take advantage of sales discounts and secondhand options. Many high-quality pieces can be found at a fraction of the cost if you know where to look. Examples include estate sales, thrift stores, and online marketplaces like eBay and Craigslist. These can be treasure troves for unique and affordable decor. To wrap up, here are final thoughts. Investing in an interior design project is a significant financial commitment, but it's also an investment in the quality of life and value of your home. By carefully assessing your finances, setting clear goals, and planning your budget wisely, you can achieve a beautiful functional space that meets your needs and reflects your personal style.
My challenge to
Remember
you
that
is to
flexibility
commit
is
to
key.
taking
Be
one
prepared to
action
adjust
right
your
now
budget
before
as
you don't.
needed, and
Taking
always keep
action
an
might
eye
look
on your
like
overall
booking a
financial
design
health.
project
With thoughtful
jumpstart,
planning
or
and smart
immediate
spending,
downloading
your
the desk
interior design
refresh
project
guide,
can be a
or
rewarding
just
and
signing up for my
enjoyable
mailing list.
experience that
Maybe
enhances
it's
your living
scheduling a
space for years
complimentary
to come.
connection call with me to talk more about your design goals in detail. You can find out more about all of these fun things I just mentioned and contact me directly through my website, which is sukkainteriordesign.com. That is sukkainteriordesign.com. I love to connect, so please don't be a stranger. As always, thanks for being here and being a part of this community. If you liked what you heard, please take a second to review, subscribe, and share with your friends and family. It's truly the easiest way to support me and this podcast. Until next week, take care and home happy.